It's that time of year, let's talk about boots. Not boobs, boots, with a T. Boots. But first, that's better. So you might be wondering, what's with the shaving? Well, it's that time of year. It's one of the most important fundraisers of the year, Movember. But more on that later. You were here because you wanted to check out some boots this fall. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that I don't like having too many of any one item. I prefer to invest in quality over quantity. So in this video, we're going to talk about the only 2 pairs of boots that you need to have an incredible smart casual wardrobe. We've got 1 pair of boots that's a little bit more rugged and 1 pair that's slightly more refined, but they both work perfectly for your casual days as well as when you want to dress it up just a little bit. First up, my Captains from Thursdays. Now, this is not a sponsored video, but I've had these boots for a long time now, and if you've watched some of my other videos, I'm sure you've seen these guys mentioned before, because these guys are honestly one of my go-to boots every fall and winter. They've got that rugged workwear look, but they're not overly clunky, so you can still wear them and look incredible. They're kind of that middle ground. You can wear them with jeans and a t-shirt, or you can also layer them up with a nice leather or denim jacket, and you will look incredible. These guys have the reliability that if it rains or even if it snows, you're going to be okay, but you don't look like you're actively going into the woods. And the rubber sole in these kind of boots is perfect for the fall because you never know if you're gonna get caught in a rainstorm. If you've seen my fall outfit video from just a few weeks ago, you can see that I wear these guys all the time, and that's because they are literally perfect for every situation where I want to look rugged but refined. And on the other end of the spectrum, we've got these Cole Haan Chelsea boots in a nubuck leather. It's just a little bit more refined. It's still just sleek and minimal, but still casual. However, with that minimal look, it's a lot easier to dress up just a little bit more. I think of these as more of like my city boot. However, I still got them in a rubber sole because again, you don't know if it's gonna rain or snow. However, these are just a little bit more refined. They're gonna pair slightly easier with an overcoat, a nice sweater, a nice pair of wool trousers. They're just a little bit easier because they don't feel as heavy as the Thursday boots did. Just the style themselves are just a little bit lighter, and that'll pair wonderfully with those nicer looks when you have to dress up just a little bit more. These are the kinds of boots that you can wear out getting coffee, going to dinner, going to the office without feeling overdressed, and you can still pair them with a jeans and a sweater if you want to look just a little bit more put together. These are one of my favorite boots when you want to look minimal, sleek, and clean. I had a pair of black leather Chelsea boots for the longest time and they finally wore out on me. That's because I wore these things almost every day this time of year. That's why I knew when they finally wore down on me, I wanted to replace them with another Chelsea boot. Even though they get a little bit of hate on the internet, I truly think that these are one of the most versatile boots that you can wear. And think about it, these things are super popular. People are wearing versions of these all the time, and I just think that they're an incredible shoe that has lasted the test of time because these guys have a wonderfully long heritage in menswear. So yeah, between the Thursdays and the Chelseas, I think we have them both covered off as a more rugged option and a slightly more refined option. However, because they're both built with rubber soles, I can take them all out into the fall feeling fully confident that they're not gonna get wrecked, and I'm also not gonna slip and fall on my ass. I know there's other boot options out there, but I wanted something that was simple for the guys that just want 1 to 2 pairs for nice casual outings that they can dress up a little bit, because let's be honest, not every guy is gonna feel confident to wear a pair of boots with a suit this fall, and that's completely fine. That's not what this video was about. It was about 2 pairs of boots that can give you casual options that can help you look a little bit better than everybody else. And that's what I love about fall. Style is subjective. You can take a rugged option and dress it up a bit. You can take a sleek option and dress it down a little bit. And that's not the only thing that I love about fall. As I alluded to earlier, I'm shaving this year for Movember. And for those who don't know about Movember, it's to raise awareness for men's mental health and cancer research. Specifically, they address prostate cancer and testicular cancer, as well as men's mental health and suicide prevention. So that's why this fall, I'm not just going to be growing a terrible mustache, but I'm also going to be committing to running 60 kilometers over the course of the month to represent the 60 men who commit suicide every hour. Let that sink in for a minute. If you want to donate, there's a link down in the description below where you can go to my team fundraiser page and we can try and raise money for this cause together. I don't want to end on a somber note, but it is a very important cause to me because everybody knows some guy that's been affected by either prostate cancer, testicular cancer, or declining mental health. We are in a mental health epidemic as men, and we need to stick together. We need to be able to talk to one another because as dudes, we're historically terrible at it. We don't open up our feelings until it's too late. Use this as a reminder to check in with one of your friends, brothers, coworkers, just see how they're actually doing, because you'd be surprised how often guys actually don't get asked that question. I want to try and end this video on a slightly more positive note, so I want you to tell me down in the description below what you thought about the choices of boots that I'm going to be wearing this fall. If there's anything that you're going to change or anything that you would do differently, I want you to let me know down below. If you've made it this far, I don't like begging, but make sure you smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe, and push the bell notifications icon. That way you know when I make a new video. Take care, guys. Have an amazing rest of your day. And to close it out, check out how hard it is for me to catch a freaking boot.